episode of SRBTV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we are taking a look at Season 3, Episode 8 of Young Justice Outsiders.
Called Triptych.
Thank you. So on the previous episode, we got
a really good episode, by the way.
Which was a good episode, focused mainly on Vandal Savage and where he came from to where he's at now. And that was a primary focus on it, as well as his daughter, Cassandra Savage, aka Scandal Savage.
Yes.
So yeah, and as well, our heroes were
pretty much still forming together, still practicing and training, and finally getting their outfits and code names.
And one of them getting some. So yeah, Jefferson.
Oh yeah. That was a small bit, pretty much. Showing Jefferson's pretty much their love starting to grow on one another at this point. And again, it was a solid, great episode. And like I said, amazing character development for Vandal Savage. The way they set it up, the way you dived into the mind and psyche of Vandal Savage overall, it was just a fantastic way. And like I said in last episode, pretty much they did it shows for a fact that you could do a really good movie version of him if they do it right. You know, setting him very slowly, building him up, slowly revealing who he is. But like I said, though, it was a very great episode, powerful episode, and now it's time to move on to see what's next or what's going on now, because we've been diving into each episode of where everybody's at the same time, still following where the heroes are, pretty much like that certain group of heroes, or like where are they at pretty much, because they're still training, still trying to build this new team. So you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's just dive right into this for this next episode for Young Justice Outsiders Season 3, Episode 8, called Triptych. And I hope I'm saying that right. So, here we go.
Have a minute.
Hey! Do not move.
Wait. Hey! Cheshire.
You're my team. I watch your back.
Oh!
You're my team. I watch your back. This is her team.
Smart.
Oh.
She may not be very cooperative.
Not
Yeah.
very cooperative. That's excellent.
Wait, what?
It's like, woo!
Excellent?
No.
No.
Good at this game.
Our understanding is she's wounded. A cornered animal. That makes her dangerous.
Are we going or not?
To go, Doctor.
Cool. Nice. You're grounded!
She's not going anywhere.
I like my line better.
So you're Black Lightning. Heard you quit the Justice League.
Smart. Freezer. Mist?
Still technically water.
Yeah.
We'll just keep him bottled for a while. Or forever.
Bring him back! You have to bring him back!
Oh, god damn it!
Oh, shit.
Another ability! Come on! What is it? Offensive mode, defensive mode, replication.
Whoa, look at that. Breaking the shadow.
I've been keeping occasional tabs on Jervis Tetch, a.k.a.
Mad Hatter.
2 weeks ago, I brought along my squad. Spoiler, Arrowette, and Orphan.
That's Tetch?
I know
Arrowette.
none of them.
I don't know Arrowette. I know Orphan.
Good thing he's not called the Mad Panther.
Did you know Tetch was really Clayface? Or just not care?
Yeah, that's a good point.
She's a badass. No.
Explain post.
No.
I only know one of them, that's the one with the R on his chest.
They're not buddies, which means Tetch is probably controlling it.
Raise your right hand. Very good, very good.
Oh,
Puppet. His own
a
puppet.
new way of mind controlling people.
With ejecting them.
A new way of mind controlling people.
What are you doing here? Protect you. From what?
Then.
Come on. We're putting bad guys where they belong, but you can't tell me part of you doesn't.
Is that who I think it is?
Sure. Part of me belongs.
Sportsmaster.
Yep.
Hey, Sportsmaster!
We haven't seen him.
Yeah, I totally love this game.
Wait! It's Barry!
It's Barry. Yeah, I totally love this kid.
A hockey
forgot her name, but yeah.
Haven't seen her in a while.
Please, keep punching.
Kadabra. Okay.
She had this team, his team, in a way.
Better get while the getting's good.
It was definitely after Brick.
He was after him.
Ford's master liberated him, turning him over to Hatter for a nanotech
Oh.
control injection.
So that's who that was.
Cheshire's mind-controlled stooge.
So, gotta keep
All these stories,
I gotta
you
keep
know.
an eye on those dates, you know.
Because all these stories are starting to converge.
Without significant incentive. But at least Stagg, who was responsible for turning him into a living puppet, is no longer pulling Shade's strings.
I like that outfit.
None of whom know we're working together.
Is what we all agreed to, Diana.
Yeah,
Page for the
I like that.
playbook to fight fire with fire.
Fire.
We're kind of the anti-light.
And that's a good thing? The opposite of light is darkness. Is that what we represent?
Maybe.
Have you not seen Batman's
Or maybe
gimmick?
it wasn't. I don't like keeping the other members of the League in the dark.
Worst case scenario, they need real deniability. Do you expect Superman to lie under oath?
Do you expect me to?
If it comes to that, as a princess of Themyscira, I expect you to use your diplomatic status to avoid taking a stand at all.
And the rest of you? Are you all prepared to lie?
For the greater good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I see where this is kind of developing. I like this. Showing pretty much that it's like we have to... It's like in order to beat these criminals, sometimes we have to go back to where we originally started. Like with the others. But I really like this episode only because...
We finally got to see what's been up with Batman.
Not only that, but what's been going on where everybody else pretty much... What was their main goal? And that is the Justice League still has to stay good in the people's eyes.
So
then what?
Unknowingly to Justice League and the bad guys, they're all working
Different teams.
separately, but they have all the same core goal.
Same core goal, and that's just trying to find out, okay, who's controlling all this, but where... It's like they're working their way up from lieutenants all the way up to who the main person who's making the demands and who's pretty much controlling all this. And that's why even they stated, that's why I like how they're like, we have to do this pretty much. And, you know, it's like, even though Wonder Woman does make a good point going, it's like you're all willing to lie. You know, it's like, we're supposed to be heroes, but it's like, yeah, but, you know, we have to...
Have you not known Batman's gimmick?
Exactly. And it's like these 6 teams, like they said, these 6 teams are all doing their part secretly, while the Justice League still has to look good in the public's eye, as if they are following the rules. While these other heroes are trying to secretly move about, trying to figure out how to stop and bring them down. Again, grabbing all this intel, they have to work together. That's why I like how they did this episode.
So in a way, episode 7 was about what, you know, a bit more perspective on a villain, while episode 8 is a bit more perspective on the good guys.
All the good guys, pretty much, and all the teams and how they're all working together. And here it was like grabbing 3 different stories. Like you said, you really have to pay attention to like a lot of these dates and times. Because it's just like showing like how all their stories are converging pretty much into one, how they all are connected into one. And it was really good. I really enjoyed this episode. Well, for those who don't know, like him, Tim Drake's team, pretty much Batman's team in a way. You have Spoiler, who is Stephanie Brown. She used to be one of the Robins, pretty much, and eventually she became her own thing. Arrowette's the only one I don't really know of. Arrowette, that's the newest one for me. What was it? Orphan is a really interesting character because she was born from like top 2 assassins, and she was trained since she was a little kid to pretty much just be this badass assassin. Only problem is that when she was being trained as a little girl, pretty much she was deprived of having no speech and no human contact. So that's why she rarely ever talks. But she's a badass, pretty much, and she's always been really awesome. Because I've been keeping up with a lot of the Batman comics, and her character is just very deep, pretty much, and Batman's always cared for her to take care of her. But that's who they are in a way. Like I said, the only one I don't know is Arrowette. That's the newest one for me. But like I said, I really like this episode. This is another. Each episode it's like it brings something new and different each way, and this one just keeps bringing another good one to me.
Yeah.
You have anything else to say? Sorry.
There was also Cheshire and the fact she hasn't seen her daughter since earlier in the previous season.
Stating that she believes that it's like, since I fully dedicate myself to Cheshire, that I shouldn't be in her life at all, pretty much. You know.
We also saw the return of Sportsmaster, who we haven't seen in a while.
Oh yeah.
It took me a while to realize who the two guards were.
Yeah, because the moment the Flash showed his room, oh, that's the Flash. And then also that's when you see Shazam show. I'm like, okay, he was in disguise as well, pretty much all covered up.
Yeah, and then we also got another new ability of Halos. Which is this big blinding
light, pretty much. It just breaks through anything, even through the shadows, pretty much his barrier and stuff like that. And this is kind of like their first mission, which is pretty cool. Yeah. You know, their first mission coming together, and they worked really good. I really like Mist. Mist was a very interesting character, pretty much. Where it's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to do this, and then just freezes her. And of course, he decided to freaking put a blanket on her. I don't know why. It's like, oh, okay.
And at least now we know some of these villains are being controlled. We're being controlled.
We're all being controlled with technology, pretty much. That's why I like when they show that it's like they got Clayface all back together and just put them in this tube. But then it's like once they even released them, even Clayface is like, oh, thank you, kid. You know, because he didn't like being controlled whatsoever.
Yeah, but overall, good episode. It's nice to finally see what Batman's been up to for
Batman and the rest of the group, other teams are up to lately.
Yeah. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about DC Universe original series, hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys enjoyed about this episode. Did you have fun with it? Did you like how they, the way they combined all three? They got us kind of caught up on what's going on with all these teams and their part in this mission. Pretty much, we're trying to figure out who's controlling the light, or even who's the new head of League of Shadows. That's another thing is who's the new head of them. Not it's not Ra's al Ghul.
I mean, they were able to get a location on them, but as for a leader, they still
it's like it looks like Ra's does not control the League anymore. It's like there's a new head of the League of Shadows. So that's the big question. But I mean, do you agree with Wonder Woman? Because there's some. It seems like pretty much from her point of view, she doesn't like it because they're working secretly without the public knowing this or that. Do you agree with her, or is it the type of thing where, again, like you said, pretty much, where it's like, this is the only way we have to beat them. We have to beat them as secret as possible, and that's how Batman works. He works in the shadows, and that's how he's always been working. That's how he best works at. So let us know what you guys thought of this episode. Opinions on certain characters, stuff like that. Like any type of stories that they're taking with some of these characters. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Any more information on other characters we may have missed out on in this episode? I know, like I said, the only one we didn't really know was Arrowette. But just let us know in the comments below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And of course, on the next episode of SRB TV, dealing with Young Justice Outsiders, we will be, of course, tackling Season 3, Episode 9, called
Home Fires.
So, until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has, of course, been a very shadow-filled episode of SRB TV.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.